Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Nicole from Wildflower Valley Farm. Today I have a little bit of a rabbit emergency, so let me show you what's going on. So a little over a day ago I had one of my standard Rex does had a litter of babies. It was her first litter, and unfortunately for a lot of first-time rabbit mothers, they flip out with their first litter. They don't know what to do, and that was the case with this doe. She was having these babies on the wire. She didn't pull any fur. She didn't make a nest. She just had no idea what to do. So, you know, and with a first-time mom, I never blame the doe because, like I said, sometimes they just flip out and don't know what to do. And she didn't. And a lot of times when they do that, I try to just kind of correct what they've done wrong. Like with these guys, I put in a nest box with some hay. I normally keep a stash of extra pulled rabbit fur. Sometimes does will pull way too much fur, and I normally keep a stash of that, but I didn't have any, so I just did the best I could with what I had and fixed these guys up in a nest in her cage and kind of left her alone. Sometimes when you correct what they've done wrong, the mother rabbit will kind of figure it out as she goes, you know, and do an okay job. Unfortunately, this rabbit mom does not seem to have done that. She, I set them up. I set them up in a nest box with some hay and in a, the quietest corner of the rabbit barn, and she still just didn't really figure out what to do. It has now been more than 24 hours since these guys were born, and they do not appear to have been fed. At this point in time, they should be fat and roly-poly and look like they have ping pong balls in their bellies, and they should also be very warm, and they are not. They are I can't really say they're lethargic. They're not cold, but they're not warm like they should be. So I don't feel like, at this point, I'm not sure that the mother has milk. But with her having not fed them, she should be engorged, and she is not. So rather than let these guys starve to death, they may die anyway. I'll just give y'all a heads up. Just prepare yourselves for these babies. Some of them, or maybe even all of them, to not make it. Babies this young very often don't make it when you try to bottle feed. But I also don't feel comfortable with just letting them starve to death because their mother's not going to feed them. She's not trying. Like I said, it doesn't appear that she has milk at this point. So I'm going to step in and give them the best chance that I can. And they may make it, they may not, but at least I can say I tried. So let me set the camera down and kind of move some things around so y'all can see a little better, and I'll let you see what I'm doing here. Alright, so here's what I've got going on here, and sorry for the weird lighting. What you're looking at is actually not weird lighting, as strange as it may look on screen. And what I have here is actually a plastic shoebox, and the shoebox happens to be blue. It's what I had on hand. I had what I needed here, so I didn't have to run out to the store, and what I happened to have on hand was just this plastic shoebox. And what I have done is I have set them up on, this is a heating pad, and right now, because I've just brought them inside, I actually have it on high so it will warm up quickly, but I'm going to turn this down on low once they get warm. They've been sitting here on the heating pad for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so, and it's just now starting to get the inside of the box here warm. I have several sheets of paper towels underneath them, and then I have some hay because that's what they're used to sleeping in. But normally, let me preface this by saying, normally plastic is not what you want to put babies in if you're trying to raise them. It's what I happen to have on hand, and I feel like, considering that they are cold, it's going to help them warm up faster. But you have to worry about, especially when they start to urinate, you have to worry about it building up condensation. So I'm actually going to put some holes in this, and I'm going to cut the lid so that I can ventilate it well so that they won't build up condensation. But this will help keep them warm at least for a few days till I see if they are going to be able to be bottle fed. Bottle feeding newborns, brand new newborn baby rabbits, is extremely, extremely difficult. Very, very few people have success with it. Not that nobody does, not that it, you know, can never be successful. Obviously it's worth trying, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm going to give them their best shot, but I'm not getting my hopes up they may not make it. And what I'm going to feed them is kitten milk replacer. Let me move their box so y'all can kind of see what I have here. This is just what the brand that my local grocery store happened to have on hand. There are other brands, and some of them may be better quality than others, but the local grocery store only had this one brand. It is liquid, ready to use. It's prepared. It's shelf stable until you open it. So if you are going to the grocery store to look for it for your, you know, just maybe to keep on hand in case you have an emergency, it's going to be, should be on the pet food aisle, and sometimes they'll have it with the food, like with the dry kitten food, and sometimes they'll have it if they have a separate section for like dewormer and flea treatment and, you know, over-the-counter medications like that. A lot of times it'll be in that section. As far as what is available to try to bottle feed rabbits, kitten milk replacer is the closest thing you're going to find. Puppy milk is completely different. If you'll look, if you happen to go looking at it, pick up kitten milk and puppy milk replacer both and compare the crude dialysis back here, and they're going to be entirely different, kitten milk and puppy milk is. So make sure if you're buying this to either just to have on hand in case of an emergency, or you actually have some baby rabbits that you're trying to supplement, make sure that the kitten milk replacer is what you get. And then the other thing, the bottles that they sell for kitten and puppy milk are useless for baby rabbits. Their mouths are entirely too small to use. So you can use a syringe, but the grocery store here in my neighborhood happened to have these glass medicine droppers. It came in a package of 2, and one of them just has a straight end on it right here. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. Just has a straight end on it, but the other one has kind of a bent end, and then it's just a regular bulb here. But I'm gonna try this. I've tried syringes, and it's just so hard with a syringe. You can get it, you know, draw the milk up into the syringe, but getting just the tiniest little drop out for the baby rabbits is super difficult. So I'm gonna try this dropper to see if I can do better with it. These guys seem to be enjoying this warmth here. They're a little bit lethargic because they haven't been fed, but they're starting to get warm. So I'm not going to film this whole thing. This is going to take me a long time because I have 5 here that I need to feed. So I'm just going to show you guys with 1 or 2 of them, and then I'm going to get these guys fed and get them put away. So what I'm going to do is draw up some of the replacer in my syringe here. I'm going to try it with the bent one. I don't know if it makes a difference whether it's the bent one or not, but I'm going to try to go for the most active one here right now, which seems to be this one. And baby rabbits feed on their back. Mama crawls up on the nest, and the baby rabbits flip themselves over like this and feed that way. So I'm going to hold these guys on their back and just do the tiniest little drop, 1 or 2 drops at a time. This little guy's trying. It's trying. So I don't want to do more, especially since they're not used to this. I don't want to do more than a few drops at a time because I don't want them to aspirate. If you're not familiar with that term, aspirate is where food or liquid or anything can be drawn up into the lungs, and we don't want that to happen with these guys. So this one is trying to roll over and look for more food. It's really hard to do this with just two hands. So as you can see, I'm just putting, you know, just a few drops from the dropper into their mouth. Give them an opportunity to swallow. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to give all of these guys just a few drops for an initial feeding, and then let them get good and warm, and then I'll come back and feed them some more this evening. One thing about rabbits is naturally their mother, the mama rabbit, will feed them usually just twice a day, so you don't have to get up in the middle of the night for night feedings. That is one benefit, I guess, over puppies or kittens or something like that. So if these guys do okay tonight with this feeding, then I'll feed them again in the morning, and they will be fine. Like I said, I don't have to get up in the middle of the night to feed them, and I won't have to worry about the fact that I will be at work and can't feed them while I'm at work. You know, I can just, like I said, feed them in the evening and then feed them again in the morning, and they should be good. For the first day or two, I may try to squeeze in, you know, like maybe a feeding when I first get home from work, and then another one right before I go to bed, for the first couple of days. But after that, they should be good to go. Like I said, just feeding them twice a day. I know if you're more familiar with puppies and kittens and horses and things like that, you know, it may seem kind of odd to not have to feed them every 2 to 3 hours, but that is normal for baby rabbits, that they just eat. Mama usually just feeds them at dawn and dusk is the normal time. Alright, so I am going to finish up here and try to get these guys warm, and I will update you all later this evening. I'll do just kind of close out this video at that time and let you guys know how they're doing before I go to bed tonight. And then it's just going to be touch and go, a day to day at a time, until we see if they're actually going to make it. I hope they do. They are trying. They are trying. See it sucking? They are trying. So at least they have at the moment, they still have the willpower. So we'll see what happens. So I'll be back. Like I said, I'll be back to update, close out this video before I go to bed tonight and let y'all know how they're doing. Alright guys, I'm back. I have lost 3 of them so far. You probably can't see it on camera, and I'm not going to show you a dead rabbit on camera, but if you look at their fingernails, their toenails, and if the blood has pooled in their toenails, then they are gone for sure. When baby rabbits get cold, a lot of times they will get stiff like they are dead, but if the blood has not pooled in their toenails, then there is still hope, and sometimes they will bounce back from that. But these guys, they're warm. They the heating pad is doing its job to warm this box up, but unfortunately 3 of them have died anyway, and like I said earlier in the video, that is a possibility. These 2 are still pretty active. They're warm. I'm going to try to feed them again. Again, I'm not getting my hopes up. Usually when you're being a surrogate to babies that are this small, rabbit babies, they usually do die. So Hopefully these two will make it. I don't know. I'm going to feed them again before I go to bed, and then we'll see what's going on in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow up on any of my future videos, be sure to subscribe down below so that you can be notified when I do upload a new video. And be sure to check out all the links in the description down below for links to all of our social media accounts. Thanks for watching.